I lay awake in bed, staring at the ceiling, letting my thoughts twist and turn like tangled vines. Sleep had abandoned me, leaving only the weight of everything we had uncovered in the library. The book, the magic, the way Eveleigh's power had surged to life as if it had been waiting for the moment to do so. I should have been exhausted, but my mind wouldn't quiet. Instead, I counted the cracks in the stone ceiling above me, the flickering of torchlight filtering through the dormitory door, the steady faint sound of fire still crackling in the Slytherin common room. Then, the knock came. Soft at first, then firmer. I furrowed my brows sitting up in bed. It was past curfew. Who in their right mind would be knocking on my door at this hour? Swinging my legs over the side, I moved silently, intrigued but cautious. When I opened the door, I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but I certainly wasn't expecting her. Velmont, what the bloody hell? Do you have a death wish knocking on my door this late?
I couldn't sleep.
I should have sent her away. It was risky enough sneaking into the restricted section together, but this was just asking for trouble. But then I got a good look at her. Her arms were folded tight across her chest, her robes wrapped around her like a shield. She was trying to look composed, but I knew better. Her eyes, always sharp, always calculating, were duller than usual, dark circles smudging underneath them. Something had unsettled her, and for some reason, she had come here. I exhaled sharply. Get in before someone sees you.
The moment Sebastian shut the door behind me, I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. The Slytherin dormitory had an eerie quiet at this hour. The stone walls were cold, the emerald green glow of the torches casting long shadows. Sebastian stood a few steps away, arms crossed, watching me with that unreadable look of his.
All right, Velmont, start talking.
What do you want me to say?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe why you're standing in my room past curfew looking like you've seen a ghost.
I hesitated. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I knew I had to. It's the book, I admitted. What happened in the library? That magic. I can still feel it, like it's lingering around me, watching. Sebastian's expression shifted, his smirk fading just slightly. He had felt it too, hadn't he? That unshakable sense that we had stirred something we weren't supposed to.
You're not losing your mind. I feel it too.
Then why do you look so calm?
Who says I am? I just hide it better than you. She sighed, running a hand through her hair, and I could see how much this was gnawing at her. Eveleigh Velmont was a lot of things. Confident, cautious, stubborn. But I had never seen her like this. Vulnerable. I shifted, nodding toward my bed. If you're staying, you might as well get comfortable.
Are you offering me your bed?
Don't get used to it.
I didn't argue. I was too tired for that. The mattress dipped as I sat, pulling his blanket over me. It smelled like him, warm, with the faintest trace of parchment and something unplaceable. I didn't allow myself to dwell on that. Sebastian slid into the spot beside me, resting his arms behind his head as he exhaled slowly. This is insane, you know.
That's what makes it fun.
We could get expelled.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It is a bad thing.
Relax, Velmont. No one's catching us. And besides, if they do, I'll just say you forced your way in here and threatened me. You do have a rather menacing glare.
I rolled my eyes, but I couldn't fight the small smile tugging at my lips. The exhaustion was pulling at me now. The weight of everything, the sleepless nights, the magic still lingering in my bones. It all caught up with me. I felt my body sink deeper into the mattress, the warmth lulling me into something close to peace. Sebastian's voice was the last thing I heard before I drifted off.
Don't worry, Velmont. I'll keep watch. I told myself I'd stay awake, that I'd keep an eye on her, on the door, on the way the shadows stretched across the room like silent watchers. But at some point, exhaustion won. The last thing I was aware of was the way Eveleigh's breathing slowed beside me, steady and rhythmic, her presence grounding me in a way I hadn't expected. And when morning came, I realized something else. At some point in the night, my arm had wrapped around her. I barely had time to process that fact before there was a sharp knock at the door.
Sebastian, if you're still in bed, I swear to Merlin.
The door creaked open, and then everything shattered.